I've said I'm
All
ready
right.
like 20 times here.
So there's your intro. Start doing your intro.
What do you mean start doing my intro? Now I'm ready, ladies and gentlemen. How's everything? This is Two Seething Boomers, episode 20. It's been quite some time since we've been with you guys. Maybe we're a little late on the news, you know. Maybe we haven't been angry, you know. Well, let's see what we can find out what we're angry about today. Are you angry? Oops.
Yeah, I'm pretty relatively angry right now. Oh, let me keep talking. Give me 1 minute. Keep talking.
This guy is a terrible co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about some interesting topics today. You know, hopefully we'll grab your attention span for more than 30 minutes. You know, this guy already lost me for 5 minutes.
All right, I'm
You know,
back.
but have you guys heard of any of the current controversies happening, you know, in the world?
I'm being honest.
Or maybe in the video game world?
I'm a little bit out of the loop the past week, but we got some stuff we could chime in on. A little bit, yeah. A little bit out of the loop. What is this?
What's what?
Sorry. Oh my god, I just clicked on it. Oh no, what is my... Oh, ignore me. Anyway.
terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Terrible. This is what happens when you play Street Fighter 3. Your brain starts to rot. You know, you don't know how to function properly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're getting mix-ups all day. Like you mix up your low parries with your highs with your lows.
Yep.
Not knowing that you could use both low and parry to parry the same move for certain moves. You know,
Third strike brain rot. That's why all of them turn to a life of crime.
Life of crime. Life of robbery. It's all robbery.
Oh my god. Alright. I gotta change this. Alright guys, we're a little all over the place right now.
Wow, guys. Well, other than that, you know, have you heard about this controversy? You know, with Nintendo. You know, Nintendo once again putting down, you know, the ban hammer.
Are we gonna start with this? Let's start with this instead, real quick. So this is there's a show called Arcane. I think it was on Netflix.
Oh, terrible.
Based on the League of Legends lore. And there's like really nice animations and stuff. Oh, let's go ahead and watch the trailer for season 2.
Is it going to be related to 2XKO? Are those characters going to be in the same game? Huh?
Oh, God.
Are they?
I don't know.
No, I guess not. You know,
maybe.
A failed IP.
Is dead.
So what is this? It already looks terrible.
With wrath.
Well, actually, no, that was a cool design. That actually looked okay.
You will have justice.
I do like the art style.
Yeah, visually, it's interesting.
How much you think they spent?
Not too sure.
You know, because from what I've been told right now, like in the industry, a lot of them are using filters. You know.
And neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
Is any of this stuff AI?
They spent a lot of time on this stuff.
No, it looks really good. That's why I'm memeing about it. Like, this looks really, really good. I can't lie. The visual ecstasy, ladies and gentlemen.
Season 2.
Finally got the name right.
I know absolutely nothing about League of Legends. I always thought League of Legends was terrible. It's just as poisonous as Dota and Hearthstone.
So
and Clash of the Hit, whatever those fucking games are, those games are all terrible and poisonous.
The first
relationships are.
The first season had 3 parts, three episode parts. The first part was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it. It's like backstory on these characters. The second part was, I don't really remember. I think it was like they were grown up. They were a little bit more grown up, and there was like conflict in a little group, and there was like a bad guy, and it was, you know, pretty interesting. And then the third part came in, and then that's when I was like completely lost, and I was like, why do I care about these weird science people and their weird science for like way too long and way too much information and way too much stuff. Like, it started to get really boring, like on a Star Wars like in the I think it was the first movie where they do the Congress or whatever, and they're all like sitting around. That's how I felt. I was like, what is this? What am I watching right now? There's just a lot of weird science people that I don't care about doing their weird science stuff. I couldn't really finish it. It got really annoying. I will read up on what happened because I really don't want to watch it. I really don't. If there's like if I gotta watch the last episode, I'll do that, and then I'll jump into the first two on this one and see how I feel, because that it really put a bad taste in my mouth.
So what you mean to tell me is that the writing was terrible, it wasn't even intelligent.
The writing was fine. It's just the fact that why are these guys wearing masks? Oh my god.
The man behind the mask.
How old is this? It's probably around that time.
This is the
It's so
making
weird.
of
It's so
Arcane?
weird. Like we're gonna see like random videos, like documentaries someday, and there's just like a bunch of people wearing masks. You're like, when was this? When was this recorded?
It was a great bird flu.
You can see some of them. You can see some of them drawing here. I want to see some of the animation process. There we go.
I see. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
I think what they do is they animate it, and then they draw over the animations. Something like that. I think this documentary will go over that quite a bit. Let me put some music on for the fans. Background
that makes
noise.
sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lower it down a bit. Yeah, hopefully season 2 is good.
Really good. It looks very interesting, that style they're using.
So they had like these animators who would do like these character trailers or something for them back in the day, and then they were just like, you know what? Why don't we just like hire you guys to make actual like content, like show or something? I think that's how it went down.
Yeah, this looks like even like the beta. Like I'm pretty sure this is still like the in development. You know, where like this still looks good.
This is like the pre-production stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like this still looks good. You know.
And the VFX looks really nice because they draw the VFX essentially. Like all the explosions and stuff, like that's all like hand drawn and stuff. But anyway,
yes.
Let's digress.
Hey,
you wanted to talk about this Twitter drama?
What Twitter drama? This guy? Man, I wanted to talk about the ROMs first, but let's talk about this first. Yeah, so
you didn't even give me an article for the ROMs, you fool.
Oh, I'll find it while I'm talking about this. But yeah, like this isn't even an article. This is like a Twitter post. But apparently what was leaked is that there's this information pertaining to Nintendo funding certain LGBT organizations. You know, so you might be asking yourself, you know, why would Nintendo be doing that? I thought there was like a super ultra family-friendly, you know, company. They didn't want to deal nothing with politics, you know, nothing with the LGBT groups, you know. But apparently, you know, Nintendo of America have been secretly funding these projects, you know. And in the past, Nintendo's been known to ban a lot of the gay-friendly art, you know, because to me it wasn't problematic. You know, a lot of them were just posting up like their flags and stuff, and saying that they were, you know, trans-friendly, blah blah, all this other stuff, and they were getting banned, you know. Like Nintendo didn't want none of it with their products. You know, they didn't want. They felt it wasn't appropriate to be associated with their products. You know, maybe that's on the Japanese end. You know, but these sneaky Americans. You know, what are they doing over here? You know, saying that.
This guy's saying, my sources tell me Nintendo funds and supports internal LGBTQ+ group Rainbow ESG, giving company time, resources and funds to bring in guest speakers and spread propaganda at the cafeteria. They have sponsored Pride for many years. Doug Bowser, president of Nintendo, sent a message to employees cheering on the... Oh, that's a very political thing there.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're not supposed to be talking about that.
Internally, there is growing concern that DEI is making working at Nintendo USA worse. many are waiting for the other shoe to drop and for Nintendo to make a big product mistake to turn them into the next Bud Light. I don't believe that could happen. If I don't know, like who's really in charge? Is Japan the final say? Because
Japan is technically the final say. I think the Nintendo side of America, it's more like the marketing aspect over here, you know, and they do have a strong presence. You know, like let's keep in mind, they always have commercials for the Nintendo games, the products. You know, you were always seeing the Nintendo Switch. You know, the advertisements, everything else. You know, Nintendo Switches are still selling to this day.
It's so weird that these like big tech companies are so like heavily skewed politically one side. To me, I don't really understand it. Like, wouldn't?
Yeah, it's strange. They're either ultra right or ultra left, or like you don't really like see these companies that like try to stay in the middle and they don't want to get involved.
Like, if you have a company, like, why is that even part of the conversation of like your employees and stuff? Like, why are you like what? I don't understand. Like, if people want to do their thing on either side, let them do their thing. But like as a company, and like as like managing your employees and stuff, like kind of gotta. I feel like at least they just stay out of it. I don't know. That's just me. I guess I'm an old boomer.
No. An old boomer. Some people think that there are people trying to infiltrate Nintendo and trying to destroy from within. You know, we don't know who those people are. You know, I'm not going to say it's the sweet baby incorporated people. I don't believe any of that stuff.
Well, I think that's a lot of the politically inclined people. They're going to try and get in, and they're going to try to make changes based on their ideology, and they're going to like cry and complain the loudest and like make the biggest headache. And like honestly, like just get rid of those people if you can. If it's not like if it's not an HR nightmare, you could do like an Office Space where you put the guy in the furnace room with his desk. You seen that movie?
No. What I was going to say is that
I gotta pull it up.
What's interesting is that there have been a lot of industry layoffs within the video game world. So we don't know if that's actually related to like all these so-called diversity consultant and manager hires. You know, like they were the main ones being brought in for certain projects, and they were the ones telling them that, you know, maybe the character should be, you know, African American or gay or lesbian. You know, obviously this is what people were saying, what was happening in theory, but nobody really knows. There aren't no real documents about it, but it was very clear about what was stated on the website, you know, in terms of what they were trying to push, you know, like with the inclusiveness in gaming and diversity in gaming. And I think that's what people were finding very problematic. And then you had like a company like Nintendo, they took this stance, and now all of a sudden, you know, very strange. Oh my God, of course I remember this. Jesus Christ.
Move your desk again.
Of course, yeah.
This is what they got to do to these employees. You got to move their desk again.
Oh my God! Of course I remember this, bro.
What do you see? What do you see ultimately that's going to come out of this?
I mean, let's keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is nothing more than a Twitter post.
Yeah.
But it did get leaked. Like, yeah, Twitter drama. You know, some people are not going to fucking care. I don't think any of the mainstream news are actually talking about this. You know.
No, they would avoid this kind of stuff.
Yeah, because it goes against what they're trying to push and everything.
But you can't question things anymore in this current day. Like even if you have like good intentions, you can't question anything.
Yeah.
It's like you're the bad guy immediately. Anyway,
yeah, it sucks, man.
Should we go over? Let's go over this. Oh boy. I don't know what we're stepping into right now, because I've seen like people mad about this Dragon Age thing, but I think I played like the PS3 version, and it was horrible, and I wanted to gouge my eyes out, and I never touched it again. And I don't know what we're stepping into right now. Do you have any idea what we're stepping into right now with this video?
I can care less. Let's see what's going on here.
Oh boy, here we go.
People are pretty pissed off.
Oh,
I mean,
they got ships. They won me over. I like ships. This looks nice.
Not looking good, old friend.
animation not looking too great.
Take more than you and me.
Very stiff.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to
Not stiff, but
guide
like
us in
janky,
the shadows.
like shaky. It's very shaky. The detective.
Bring a little dark.
Like, I get it. You know, they're trying to do an all-girl cast. You know, it's fine.
Huh?
Cool, whatever.
That's a
you
dude.
know.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's a dude. I thought it was a girl.
There's
I
like
can't even tell anymore.
There's
with
two
these
dudes
games.
here. I think that's 3 women, 2 dudes.
Digging up a
There's
lot
another
of
dude.
buried secrets.
What do you mean all women?
Necromancer. I'm rich.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a black elf?
What is this music that's going on?
demons.
I have no idea.
You know there will be dragons.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming from this from a perspective where we don't know jack shit about Dragon Age, so just bear with
Like,
us.
what
Okay?
what am I supposed to be angry about with these games, you know?
Well,
I consider this the modern style now. That the modern style is just ugly. When I see these games now, they just look hideous.
we're halfway
You know,
through.
I don't even care about the realism.
Visually
the
looks
realism
fine.
is terrible.
Yeah.
You know, that's not how a real person actually looks. You know, you make them look like orcs. Like, come on.
I don't mind the art style. Looks fine to me. Well, let's finish up this. I don't know. We don't have context for a lot of things that's going on. People are like, "Oh my god, why did they make the necromancer have a mustache or something?" Like, and that might be a legitimate concern. Like we have no context. Like, "Oh my god, they put this pocket on this lady. This is so dumb." It's like, I don't know. It's like, why did they give her the gauntlets of whatever?
Those are
Like,
people screaming at themselves.
They
Screaming in
like, we don't have any context for what the
Dragons.
I don't even know what the drama is. It looks
No drama.
it looks like this is like character stuff. Sorry,
like a
what am
very
I,
generic game.
I mean just like CGI stuff is what I meant to say. Like just CGI sloppa that we're watching.
You know, a very generic, terrible game.
Very generic, terrible game. That's your input. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are we gonna find?
Look at the art style, for fuck's sake. You know? Like, can I curse now? You know,
Yeah,
have
you're
we
good.
passed the 10-minute mark? You know, I've been a good boy.
Defy the gods.
God, defy the god.
Big dragon. Looks cool. I don't know.
Dragon Age, the Veilguard, coming fall 2024.
I hate the music. I don't know what the fuck that music is.
That was terrible. Let me tell you something. And you want to know why? Because they didn't show me any gameplay.
Yeah, no gameplay.
I hate these trailers. They show me a movie. All right, yeah, that looks nice. Where's the game? know, where's the game?
Here we go. Here's gameplay. Here you go. Here you go. Here's gameplay.
Oh crap! We're too late. The ritual's
You see the difference?
We can still stop Solus before
This is
it
still
See how
fine.
this looks terrible?
It's still fine. This is still fine.
parties this way. She'll get us to Dumont Plaza. Watch out!
Right, finally some gameplay. Finally, good lord.
I don't know. It looks fine. I guess we should just say our impressions of it, like, and just let people know we have no context for the drama.
I have no
I guess
context for the drama.
That would be the best way for us to go about it, probably.
like, but this is another issue. This looks like your generic Soulsborne like game.
No.
You know, I
No,
feel
it
like
does
they're all
not.
taking that style.
No.
This way.
You know, everybody wants to be Bloodborne. Everybody wants to be Dead Souls,
This just looks like a weird.
Demon Souls.
This just looks like a tutorial fucking vibe right now. This is like, hold directional stick forward while all this crazy stuff happens around you.
Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
It's like very generic, but it looks fine.
You all right?
I've been doing what I can to help.
All right, let's
Lace
skip ahead.
Hardy,
Let's skip ahead a little bit. I don't know what's going on.
a hero of the Inquisition.
This guy's like 4'5", realistic Wolverine height.
I don't get it. If Solus
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Doesn't that destroy?
It looks
Guy's
really nice. I'm
walking.
not-
It looks
looks
fine.
really nice, I'm not
Is
gonna lie.
there like combat or something that we can see?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking myself. Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right.
Slash.
Basic hack and slash. I can do my magic attacks. I can dodge. I can roll. I can probably parry and block. You know, who
So
cares?
if there's like party elements to this, I could see that being cool. As opposed to
Maybe
like
you can-
something like Final Fantasy 16 where you're fucking by yourself. God, I hate
Well, maybe
that.
you could give command to your parties. You know, stand back, attack, guard.
With me.
With me, yeah.
Is this a boss? I think this is a boss. Oh god, are they saying? Oh no. Yeah, this might be like a Dark Souls. You might be right.
Yeah. Am I
Oh,
crazy
no.
or what? All right. You gotta understand. This is the issue with the industry. There is no originality. The fact that they know that Demon Souls is very successful in their visual style and gameplay style, that everyone else took notice and it forced them to mimic that style, and that's why we're seeing so many games that aren't even action games. You know, they're
Well,
still are
it's-
trying to mimic that Dark
It's-
Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne atmosphere, where it's just like, oh fuck, if I fuck up, I'm dead. So I gotta dodge this. I gotta watch my run meter. You know, I'm gonna get
Well,
fatigued.
it's
know, it's like,
hilarious
come on.
because you know the Demon Souls games, the first one, is not particularly challenging, and I wouldn't really say that Dark Souls was particularly challenging. But the fact that you got gimped by the map and the ambushes and stuff, like it became like notoriously known as like a difficult game, when in reality, not really. Like the most difficult part of the first Dark Souls game is probably there's one boss fight where there's two bosses like that, and then the DLC is like kind of hard. Other than that, pretty easy game.
Yeah.
Pretty easy game. So like this narrative that like Dark Souls is like this super difficult franchise or whatever, like, well, you got to be so good to like play the game or whatever. Like your role has like half a second of like invincible frames in those games. Like you just roll through everything. You press R1 a few times and the boss dies. But hopefully that's not the case here. But a lot of developers have taken that sort of gameplay approach.
And I would like to remind the audience that a lot of this whole hard game trope, you know, started back with the OG Xbox with Ninja Gaiden, you know, because nobody could beat that fucking game when it first came out. It was very difficult. And that's why they had to nerf everything.
Put Ninja Gaiden
Oh, but-
Black in the hands of the average
Yeah.
Dark Souls player.
They probably couldn't even beat that game.
Yeah, probably
That's
not.
the sad part,
Yeah.
you know? So, like,
That's-
what's actually difficult?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it. What's this news? Anyway, Dragon Age, if you like it, it seems cool. If you're a fan, you probably hate it. I don't know.
I
don't know.
I'm kind of divided. I don't know how to feel about the game.
It looks
If you
like
wanna buy
it looks
buy
like
you know,
slop
it's
to
whatever.
me. It looks
I
like
told you it was slop.
it's like slop
Generic
to me.
slop.
Anyway,
Generic slop. Oh!
Adobe faces boycott threats after new spyware-like content moderation rules.
It's fucking nauseating what these people are doing.
You want to speak about
Alright.
this?
This is why people are pirating Adobe products. This is why they've been pirating it since 2006 or 7, I want to say. Those old CDs, remember back in high school, if you had an art teacher, you used to be like, I need Photoshop. They would hook you up, you know? Yeah, you're like, no, let's not lie to ourselves. That's the truth. You know,
didn't
this is
know
why
this.
they've been pirating.
I wasn't in this
Yeah,
club.
Ah, man, you had to be cool with the teachers, man. Come on. But that's besides the point, guys. Yeah, so they have this new terms of service. They had a new update. They rolled it out. The moment you started up your Adobe, they show. I think I posted it up, if I'm right. The 3 pictures. You can actually post one of them now. The updated terms of use, and it said we made some changes to the Adobe General Terms of Use regarding the use of software services including clarified that we may access your content through both automated and manual methods, such as for content review, sections 2.2 and 4.1. 2.2, our access to your content. We may access, view, or listen to your content defined in section 4.1, content below, through both automated and manual methods, but only in limited ways. And
You know what this
only as
is?
permitted by law. No, let me finish.
You know what
For
this
example,
is? You know what
in
this
order
is?
to
Look,
let me finish.
hold on. You know what this is? This is tech nerds trying to get access to the unfiltered OnlyFans pics.
Oh, they want to see all the unedited OnlyFans pics, huh?
I knew
tell
her
you
ass wasn't that big.
I'll tell you this, actually. It's funny that you bring this up. It's been so many years now. I can talk about this. I knew somebody that actually worked for the New York Times, and they knew somebody within the graphic design department, and I forgot where he worked with, but he was editing photos for like this top model. And like I found out that it was like Kim Kardashian. And they were saying like they would edit a lot of her pictures and shit like heavily on Photoshop. And this was like back in the day. And like they was exposing to me like mad different like back, you couldn't like everybody knows now, but like back in the day, like you couldn't really talk about that. Like the certain models that had like the touch-ups on Photoshop and everything else. So maybe you're onto something.
That probably goes back
Maybe
even
you're
further.
onto something. Maybe Adobe is trying to gain access to all those naked pictures. Maybe you're onto something, bro.
I knew she was cross-eyed.
Nah, but this is serious. This is serious. Like
No, yes, it is.
you gotta let me finish. I'm sorry. Where did I leave off? But only in limited ways and only as permitted by law. For example, in order to provide the services and software, we may need access to view or listen to your content to A, respond to feedback or support requests, B, detect, prevent, or otherwise address fraud, security, legal, or technical issues, and C, enforce the terms as further set forth in section 4.1 below. Our automated system may analyze your content in Creative Cloud customer fonts defined in section 3.10, created cloud customer fonts below using techniques such as machine learning in order to improve our service and software and the other user experience.
Slow down.
So what they're basically saying is that they're using AI to not only view your content, they want to see how you're doing it. So they're looking at all your layers. They already know what's being deleted, what's being edited. Like they're even like I can even talk about the 4.1 content section. I'll go over really quick with you guys, so I could give you a basis before I start ranting on everything. Your content. 4.1 content means any text, information, communication, or material such as audio files, video files, electronic documents, or images that you upload, import into, embed for use by, or create using the services and software. We reserve the right, but do not have the obligation to remove content or restrict access to content, service, and software if any of your content is found to be in violation of the terms. We do not review all content uploaded to the services and software, but we may use available technologies, vendors, or processes, including manual review to screen for certain types of illegal content. For example, child sexual abuse material. It's very interesting that they even spoke about that. It's
Pepsi Coca-Cola content.
Yeah, it's very interesting that they spoke about this because you got to understand what a lot of this also has to do with
furry artist on suicide watch.
Oh, I didn't even go that far. No, bro, Jesus Christ, you're going deep. Let me relax. Jesus, fucking going. I know you're memeing, but like, there's an actual meaning to it. Like,
I joke, but let's not verbalize that sentence
let's not make
again.
Implications. Yeah, let's not make implications and stuff.
Yeah, let's not verbalize that line there.
No, but like, you got to understand, like, when people were using these AI prompts, they were making very questionable content, and they were trying to push the AI as far as possible, So it's interesting that Adobe is even saying that they're reviewing their software to see if people are creating this content. It's very questionable. But as an artist, now you're taking my ability to actually make art. Regardless of the art is questionable, regardless if the art is offensive or not offensive, you're stopping my ability to make art. So now I'm going to start ranting.
You can no longer make AI art of Cupid and his little bow.
Because like this is like this is kind of fucking crazy because I understand what Adobe's trying to get at, but like what they did
I see
is
both
very
sides of it.
problematic.
I see
No,
both
you don't
sides of
even
it.
understand. The moment you open up your Photoshop, it gave you no option to opt out.
Yeah.
Your art was being held against you. You had to agree to the terms of service. Now, keep in mind, there are certain companies that are working on projects that are not supposed to be known to the public or any other rival companies. So, does that break terms of service with certain companies that are buying this software? Because nobody's not supposed to know about what I'm working on, whether it's a
Yeah,
PowerPoint project or anything else,
yeah.
So now Adobe has access to all of that information, plus the mistakes I made, plus what I've deleted and added and everything. No, this is problematic.
And they can use that. They can use that possibly to train other AI.
They are training the AI. Adobe has said it. They're using AI for all of this. They put
make you,
AI into
they
Photoshop.
make you sign the agreement like you allow us to use your stuff to train our AI or something or whatever. Yeah. This is man, that's a whole can of worms, especially with the other
and
stuff.
people are talking about this, but they're not going deep into this. That's why when I saw this dude point out these three sections, I was just like, wait a minute. And then obviously the line that I read that we're not going to say again, obviously, because we don't want to get demonetized.
Please don't ever say that. Please don't ever say that again. Use other words.
But
Jesus.
But the fact that they even threw that out there, they want to watch everyone's content. Why do they want to watch everyone's content? I'm not saying that they shouldn't be doing it. No, it's terrible. That content is terrible. Let's make that clear, guys. The content is terrible. But is there another political incentive here? Where now, if you were to make political cartoons, regardless if you're in the middle or if you are with one allegiance to a side or another, now they can use that against you.
I think
Do you see where I'm going with this?
One of the problems too is that let's say you opt into all this AI stuff, right? Let's say you're all with it. You're like, yeah, cool, I like AI stuff, and then you try to
controlling the information, guys.
You try to make a piece of art, and then the system like flags your thing, like, oh, you're trying to do this, and it's like, no, I'm not. Like a lot of biblical art, like involves, like Cupid and stuff like that, the angels. And like your system your thing gets flagged as like you're trying to do this, and it's like, no, I'm trying to do like this, this.
Yeah, now all of a sudden you got the FBI
Christian imagery, and you're like, no, sorry, this is illegal. You're trying to use the AI to do this, or like it blocks you from even trying to do it, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do. And I understand that, like the other side of that, like you don't want people making that type of stuff with your AI.
I mean, you don't want people making any of that type of stuff. But the fact that now they're saying, we get to control your content, we get to control it, we're watching you, we know what you're doing, please accept these terms. And we're holding your artwork hostage, you have to accept these terms. You can't opt out.
It's such a can of worms. There's so many ways you can look at this. It's kind of insane.
There are now people choosing to pirate Adobe software. I'll tell you. I mean, they've been doing it for years, but I'll tell you a funny story. I'm not gonna throw this guy under the bus, but I knew of a friend who was able to purchase a copy of the Creative Suite. I'm not going to say which version it was, but it was a full cracked version. It helped him with his business. That's all I'm going to say.
I think there's a lot of people under that umbrella of
there's a lot of people under that umbrella, that they have a cracked software version, and I mean, listen, I know people who are making videos in the very beginning, and like they're big time like videographers now, and they started off with a cracked version, because they weren't able to afford it. They had no choice, but they were practicing. They were watching videos on YouTube. They forced themselves to learn, and now they were able to achieve a level where they can buy the official software. But
well,
now
you can't buy it anymore. You rent it now.
Yeah, you're renting it now. Yeah, you don't even
That's
own the
all these
software.
big corpos want. They want you to rent everything.
Right, yeah.
Want you to rent your washing machine.
So it's just like, what's the purpose of me renting Adobe now? I might as well just get the crack. I have it forever, you know. I don't have none of the spyware stuff. Nobody's watching me.
Do you have access
You know?
to the AI stuff when you pirate it? Probably not, right? We shouldn't even go over that. But I guess that was just a question I'm asking you.
I
Off the
mean, there
record.
are no, it's fine. There are people asking those questions right now. Funny enough, and these are professionals. This is why I'm having this conversation now about it. It's very interesting. A lot of people came out and said, "Fuck Adobe. This is the link to the whatever version you want." Like they're saying, like that's what I'm saying. They're saying it right now. Fuck them. You know, we're not putting up with this shit. You know how many projects I'm doing right now. You know, and now you tell me you have access to everything. Nobody's even supposed to know about this.
Now they know you're making Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
It's fun.
They know everything now. They know all about my hentai projects. You know, all my yaoi projects.
They know about my Lion
They
King
know about
fan
everything.
fiction.
They know about all my Rule 34 projects, everything. They know all about my degenerate art. Oh, they know about everything.
Wow.
I mean, what the fuck, man?
Let's
You know,
cleanse
this is
the
crazy.
let's cleanse the palate here. That was
All right, what are we gonna go over now?
the second
What
trailer
are
for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Who
Step into the
cares?
wilds with the
Who
monsters.
cares?
Get on
Who
your horse,
cares?
bird.
You've been screaming about this for how many days? For how many episodes? Who
Look
cares?
at this. Look at
Let's
this.
move on.
Look at this. This is the new trailer. We didn't cover this trailer. We covered the other trailer. This
I don't care.
This trailer is the new trailer. Oh, look at the monster. Look at the monster.
Yeah, no gameplay.
They're on the bird horses. They're running around. Why are you
No
here?
gameplay.
This is gameplay. This is pure gameplay, dude. Look at this cutscene.
Who gives a flying
You know what's
fuck?
funny?
No gameplay. I'm sorry.
I saw a post today that said
Okay, now it's gameplay.
the
Jesus.
Japanese rated the storyline elements of Monster Hunter World their fourth favorite thing about the game. And for the West, it was the third favorite. So they're working overtime on all these story type elements, and people are like, "Yeah, whatever, don't care. Let me hit the monster on the head."
Yeah, that's it. That's all I care about. What's going on here?
No, you got to look at our story elements, the cinematics. We spent a lot of money doing this.
Who gives a shit?
We spent a lot of money not adding new weapons to the game.
I don't give a fuck. I want to play the. This is my problem with modern games. I want to play the fucking game. Why am I watching a movie?
Here's
Why
my
am I watching a
problem.
movie?
This monster is hideous. It's ugly. It looks like something out of Resident Evil. Where's the whimsical, fun designs of the old games? Where is it?
This,
All I see is a Resident Evil monster. Why
This
do I
is
want
why-
to play this?
this is why Mario is going to continue to fucking sell on the Nintendo. And this is why Nintendo always won. Want to know why? Because the games are fun. You turn the game on, you get to play it.
Remember
There's no
that?
fucking cut scheme.
Do you remember that?
You know,
that
Jesus Christ.
remember that tier list we made with all the monsters, like which were the best monsters, which were the coolest?
Yeah.
These monsters would be on the bottom because they're so generic and uninteresting.
I don't even know what it is.
It's just like fucking Resident Evil monsters. That's what this is like.
What is
Look
it,
at
a
the
sand
fucking-
crocodile?
The lion is ugly. This guy's ugly. He's covered in spikes. They're all effing
shit.
ugly. They're all fucking ugly. Look at this shit.
Doshiguma.
Like even Monster Hunter World, which I wasn't a big fan of, had some very, fun designs for their monsters.
Guys, who cares? I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna go over this real quick. Where is it? Where is it? I gotta find it. Here we go. Look at this guy.
Let's catch a monster.
Despite all the
Oh my
You're
god,
new
what did I do?
to Monster Hunter.
Sorry, I'm pissing off the fans. Look at this guy. This guy's a little funny. He's got a big head. He looks a little. He's doing silly walking animations. He's a funny little dude.
Reminds me of a monster reminded me of a dirty homeless man.
Look at this guy. This guy, he looks like something out of like where the wild things are. Those old books. Like this is the kind
Yeah,
of
I can see that.
designs like that they used to do. Like these fun little creatures, look kind of silly. They move around kind of silly.
Are you saying that you have a problem with them
Like,
making more serious
yes,
looking monsters?
I do.
That look more threatening.
It's generic. It's just generic.
They don't have that cartoonish feel.
Like they
that
used
they
to.
once
They used to
did.
be like Street Fighter characters, like in their mannerisms and their expressiveness.
No, yeah, I get that.
That's all lost now. Anyway, speaking of Street Fighter, oh boy. You ready for this?
Man, we got to talk about the controversy also.
There's
Awesome
controversy?
sauce. Yeah, I'll post it up also, and I also posted up another article that we can review.
Oh, you need audio on this. We see Jamie and Ed. Was that no Jamie and what's that guy's name? They're playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. They're playing a good game.
They're playing, yeah, you wish. You wish they were playing Marvel's Capcom 2.
Oh my God! It's Terry from Smash Brothers.
Godlike. I'll wait till the trailer to finish and then I'll rant about it, and then you'll understand
Oh
why.
my God! It's Mai from Capcom vs. SNK. This I don't understand this. Why? Why this character? This is
Oh, you're not happy at all?
I main her, but this is like one of the most hated characters. Like, let's be fair. People hate her for good reason. And the main man of the hour, Mike Bison.
Mike Bison
Shatter
return.
all expectations. Then we get to see the Mike Bison trailer. You was it is.
I'll tell you when to pause, and we can transition into the
yeah.
next one. Don't worry.
Who's this mysterious horseman with a hood?
The callback. The callback.
Callback. Wait, it's a callback to what?
Oh, you don't know?
No.
You don't know? So if anybody that's intelligent, they'll know that Bison, not an original character. He was actually influenced from a couple of different animes. One being Kinnikuman, and the fact that Bison is on the horse is actually a callback to Rao when Rao is on Kokuo. And people got to keep in mind that Fist of the North Star and both Kinnikuman played a very important role in influencing the development of Street Fighter 2. The Ryu's original beta design was a fake Kenshiro. A lot of people don't know that. He had the shoulder pads and everything. I don't know if you ever remember that drawing, but yeah, he looks exactly like Kenshiro.
So can Ryu do the basketball combos in Street Fighter 6 finally? Is that what you're going to tell me?
Oh, man, he should. Yeah, no, he should. Yeah, let's play this.
Oh, I took a picture of your horse.
Man you call Bison.
What?
I shall
Yeah, I love it.
name from
I actually like this design for him.
Huh?
It was pretty cool.
Man you call Bison? What?
Yeah.
Is he not Bison or something?
I think it's supposed to be another body, apparently.
I shall crush your spirit.
Because you see he has long hair.
Oh, that's a Street Fighter 4 grab.
Yeah.
I like that. That was a nice grab. I like that grab. It's very unique. What the hell was that?
Yeah, that shit is crazy, right?
Wait,
yeah.
he didn't even touch her. Look at this. What's that? Look at the hitboxes in this game. They're showing off these off hitboxes in this trailer. Look at this.
It's still kind of crazy.
What the fuck is this?
That's the block. And you see the block animation. You see it clearly. You see it clearly there. That's crazy.
Look at these terrible hitboxes for this fucking game, dude.
Woo.
I like when they show these things like that you're not allowed to do in their game, like do a DP. They show them in the trailer like, oh, you can do that. It's like, yeah, why would anyone do that though? Why would I DP there? Oh, well, you know.
Oh, snap.
He looks cool.
Oh.
But fuck this game though. That's my problem
Pause
with it.
Oh, you gotta go back and pause it. You missed it. Pause it. You keep missing it, man.
What am I
Gotta go
supposed
back.
to see? You want me to pause on a specific frame?
Yeah. Play
Which
it.
one? That?
Nope, keep going. Pause it. Oh, right
Yes.
there. Ooh, so
Oh no, what's it gonna do to DJ?
so you see, you took the words right out of my mouth. So there were certain fighting game players that felt that this imagery was very problematic because of the case that happened back in 2020. It's like you can't
Alright.
even mention that shit on YouTube either, which is terrible because you could get flagged. But like,
Oh,
come on, like,
God.
guys, let's not lie to ourselves. We know what happened there, right? But this is the issue, guys. This is the issue, guys. I posted it up in Discord. You can see the picture that it's referencing right now.
This is why the Japanese need to hire these outside sensitivity counseling companies so they can flag stuff like this.
Flag stuff like this, really? Why should they flag stuff like this? Why should they? No, why should they?
Oh God.
This is my thing. Like, pick up the picture that I posted up in the TSB. You probably already saw it.
Is this gonna be like the future from now on? Like there's just so many things we can never do ever again in art
Yeah, it's
or
problematic.
media. You could never do that.
No, not
It's
that,
like,
not that.
what,
No,
the picture?
the picture's already there. Yeah, on Discord. I showed you.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, so this is what it's referencing, actually. So this is from Kinnikuman. Like, this was the guy's hell. It was a hell knee dive.
Ah, cool.
So yeah, this is what I'm trying to explain. Like, they actually are referencing like the games that made them, what they are today. And people are saying, "Oh no, this is racist. I can't allow this. Capcom has to fix this." And it's just like, first of all, the character is a dictator. All right, that's already one thing. He's a villain.
He's
You
the
think
bad.
he's gonna be? He's the
ju-
bad guy. He's obviously gonna be using bad moves.
He's the
Nothing's
bad
fair
man.
with him. Like I am like, and even people trying to make the racist implications, like that's a very long stretch. Like, really, guys, come on.
We
Let's
gotta
low-bearing
be able to move past stuff. We gotta be able to move past stuff. Not everything. We don't have to hold on to all the baggage from years and years and years. Like, eventually, you got to move on. Like, if this was like a month after the situation, like, yeah, okay, probably ease up a
Bad
bit.
timing,
But
guys.
we're
Yeah.
years past this drama already. Like, let's move past this. Like, I'm not gonna get mad at a video game if they put two towers that look identical in the game and they get destroyed. Like, I'm not gonna get upset about this. Like, shit happens. Let's move past it.
I mean, what's funny you saying that is the rumor is that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has a mission where it's happening during the 9/11 attacks.
Do you get to play as a guy with a very invulnerable passport?
We don't even know, right? They're not saying anything. They're being very tight-lipped.
My passport is invulnerable.
But there's a lot of insiders saying that, yeah, it's true.
How
So, like,
how are
I mean-
there six Black Ops games? How's that a thing?
I mean, there's been a whole bunch. Like, I remember the last Black Ops I played was probably Black Ops 3, I think.
They make too many of these games.
Yeah, but like that's the rumor right now that it's a. So yeah, like it's crazy. Like and once again, this goes back to creative freedom. Being able to express yourself. I'm not trying to say that he shouldn't be offended. Like, I understand why he's offended, but it's just simply a reach. There's people that reference where they got the idea from. I mean, first of all, the move is called Hell Knee Dive.
That's a bad one too. Look, he also uses his knee again. Can't do that. That's bad.
Yeah, the
No,
Hell Knees.
Look, no.
The Hell Knees, man.
The knee is
Those knees are from hell.
Your kneecaps have ingrained problematic entities on them. You can't use them in battles. I'm being a little obnoxious here, but
Yeah, I understand.
yes,
it's
you are
fucked up,
right about the
like-
creative freedom thing. Like, what are we allowed to do? What are we not allowed to do as artists, as creative people? And what you're no longer allowed to do certain things in the eyes of who? Like, some person angry on Twitter. Like, a lot of people aren't even going to notice this or care. They're like, oh look, cool, Bison did a cool move. That's all. That's all the like the average person is gonna care about or know.
You know, and it's sad because, like, I mean, I think they did a good job with Bison. You know, he looks very threatening. You know, I mean, obviously he's in Slop Fighter 6. You know, like,
Yeah, that's the problem.
Him, you know?
Like, they should just, like, if I were them, I would take all these assets and just make a fucking, like, different game. Make a fun game. Make something actually fun, not this miserable coin flipper game. You want to have your miserable coin flipper game? Go ahead. Go ahead. But you want to do like a fun game eventually, hopefully, maybe, ever? No? No?
Like, are you like? And this is. Allow me to move on to the next thing. Like basically, the season that we were given for season 1 wasn't even season 1. I call it season 0. I personally feel
cut
as
content,
those
yeah.
characters, yeah, they were cut content. They should have.
This
been
is
there
the
since
real season
beginning.
1.
Yeah, this is the real season 1 right here, and it's sad, you know, because this isn't even a good season. Like,
No.
really, M. Bison, Terry, Elena, and Mai. I'm supposed to be excited for this?
You know what the worst part is? It says here, winter 2025 for my.
A year from now, people.
I gotta remember this for like over a year. Well, not over a year, but a little bit under a year still. For a character, like for a game trailer, it's like, oh, this is coming out in a year. It's like, oh, okay, you know. Even then, it's a little long. For a character, you're teasing a character a year out. Like, who gives a fuck?
They fucked up, man. I'm just gonna say it. Very fucked up. I'm just gonna say it, man. I'm very disappointed. with
Wait.
how they chose to-
Hold on. Autumn 2024.
Yeah,
Spring 27.
2025. Yeah. So we're supposed to get Bison at the end of the summer, and we get Terry at the end of October, if I'm right.
Wait, this is even more than a year out. What the? Wait, that's almost 2026. Am I crazy? Because this is spring 2025.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You're right. You're
Oh
right.
my
It's almost
god,
up to
that's
20
even
yeah.
longer. Oh my god.
You mean to tell me that I have to wait 1 fucking year for 4 new characters? This is the model you guys are choosing to sell me a game now? When I can go right now to the Dreamcast, turn on Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that shit got 56 characters at the start. I turned on my old Xbox, I put on Dead or Alive 3. There's like a good 20-something characters in there.
Or you do this. You put this gem on.
Oh, you put this classic right here on.
Oh, this
The
is Sage Jam.
Kanikuma Grand Prix.
You put this
Yeah, you
gem
play-
on.
And Jesus Christ, like, this game has over 60 characters at the start. You mean to fucking tell
No.
me I only come?
I
These
want to
guys
watch
are
the
crazy.
Japanese play this. Where's the Japanese playing this?
Oh, these people are mad. These people don't know what they're doing anymore.
This gold lighting looking dude.
You know,
Ah, here we go.
the industry is dead. The industry is dead. This is it.
Look at this. Grabs him. Perfect. Look at this. He's charging up. It's a replay. Look at this godlike game. Look at all these characters in here. Look at this.
Challenger!
I've never seen this guy. What the hell?
Yo, this game is crazy, bro.
Oh my god. Look at this. Ooh! With the throw. Ooh! I need some sound on this. You got sound on
Triggering
this?
the MCAs, which is great.
Oh no, it's English commentary. I want to hear the Japanese screaming. But yeah, Street Fighter 6, dude, I don't know, dude. We talk about slop games a lot. That's probably one of the bigger slop games that's currently in the rotation of the FGC.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Man.
And it sucks
Alright,
because,
what's
you know,
next?
everyone's playing it. What's next? Sorry, we've reached the end of the content.
Oh no, I actually posted up another article.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the one from Kotaku talking about Vimm's Lair.
Kotaku? Oh, God Lord. Kotaku. Look at this.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard, but Vimm's Lair was like this old ROM archiving website from back like '96, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And like they recently got a violation takedown from like Sega Nintendo, so they had to take off a lot of ROM. But what people were pointing out is that like this website specifically actually had a very large archive of a lot of Nintendo related media that was actually lost.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of like the old like magazines, a lot of old promotional posters.
Oh, really?
You know, even like the manuals for the games. And I'm talking about every page, everything. You know? And like Nintendo was like, yo, take that shit down. And what's interesting about this is that what certain people have pointed out is that not too long ago, there was an emulator that was released on iOS that allowed you to play Nintendo games on them. So you were able to play Game Boy Advance, I think Game Boy Color, whatever. So a lot of the younger kids were trying to figure out how to gain access to ROMs. So on TikTok, somebody did a search for Vimm's Lair, and what they stumbled upon is just this. I don't know if you've seen the photo. I think I've posted the photo up also for you. And yeah, it shows here like this large result of all these Zoomers and all these people doing a guide on how to download ROMs from Vimm's Lair. Yeah, that's the picture right there. Absolutely terrible. You know? And you got to understand, Vimm's Lair has been in operation since '96. Like there were a bunch of archives. You know, like let's be honest with ourselves. You know, they had everything. It's not just Nintendo and Sega. I'm talking about all video games, Atari, ColecoVision. You know, the Neo Geo ROMs. You know, you name it, Turbo Graphics. You know, the Panasonic. What was it? I think the Panasonic CDs. You know, like everything from them. Like, and I mean it when I say they were archiving all the promotional stuff, all the original posters, all the original manuals, everything. Like these people really went out of their fucking way, you know, to like really have like a giant museum of like video games, like taking care of this stuff. And here comes these fucking soulless Zoomers, you know, giving guides on how to download these ROMs so they could play fucking Pokemon on their iPhone, you know. And
so they were in the
people
wrong
caught
for
wind
doing
of
this?
it. I mean,
they were putting it on blast, as the kids like
on
to say.
blast. Yeah, they were putting it on blast instead of, you know, keeping it a secret. You know, like this is the problem. You can't. This is why gatekeeping is important. You know, you gotta gatekeep certain things. You can't let these retards get a hand of certain shit, man. This is why it's important to gatekeep Marvel vs. Capcom 2. All right.
You got this guy saying here, please, I am begging you to pirate things. Vimm's Lair.
Absolutely terrible. Like it's fucked up, man. Like yeah, so they lost a lot of things. I mean, we can go over the article if you want. I mean, it's Kotaku. You know how much thought is really put in these articles. You know, Kotaku is a very terrible publication. It's the only thing that I could find at the moment that we're talking about it.
A list of franchises removed from Vimm's Lair. Nintendo America, Mario, Zelda. Oh, dude, you can't play Zelda 2 anymore?
So keep in mind, like this is everything. Like this is all the promotional stuff, all like the one-off posters, and this is a lot of things that people never even seen before. Like now all that's gone. This is it. You know?
Whoa, what's this? Lego?
Yeah, all the Lego media stuff. For like, remember the original GameCube games that they were doing?
What is
Like,
this?
for like
Monster Hunter.
PlayStation 2?
Monster Hunter?
Yeah. Yeah, Capcom did a takedown too.
Oh no. Alright, if I can these companies don't want you playing their old stuff. They get really butt mad when you play their old stuff. They want you to play the newest stuff so they can keep making money. They don't want you playing these old games. Here's the thing. People playing your old games, That kind of helps your new games. Believe it or not, people pirating your old stuff, it's going to help your sales for your new stuff.
Well, it gives
The
them
fact of the
insight to
matter
what the franchise
is your new stuff any good? That's what you're competing against yourself. And if you can't make a better product than you already did, then you don't deserve to make the money then. As simple as... Oh, Splinter Cell? Come on. God damn it. That's probably... The Steam version sucks, man. And this is another part of the problem. Like, some of these ports for these games are terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. There's no real ports for the old Monster Hunter games.
And that's another thing that people were pointing out, that a lot of these games, there are no real means to play them. And a lot of games that got delisted from PlayStation 3, the old Xbox 360 arcade games, a lot of those games got affected also. So now they're gone forever. And like, this was one of the places to go and actually get them. So like
I own Monster Hunter. Why can't I pirate? I already have the disc.
Well,
I can't run it on an emulator.
Well, that ROM that you acquire is not necessarily the copy from your purchase. So if I was to take my PS2 original games and make a ROM for it, that's perfectly legal for me. I am allowed to have a copy. But within 24 hours, I would have to delete that copy. It's like a gray area. I'm not actually supposed to keep it. I'm allowed to make a copy, yes, but I gotta delete it. It's a gray area.
I didn't know that part.
You know? Yeah, like you can make a copy of your games and everything. Like legally, you can, but after a while, you gotta delete it because you still have the original one. Like if this messes up and if you have a copy, all right, that's fine, you know. But then after a while, you know, you're gonna have to get a replacement. It's like it's a weird terms of service. So to my understanding, when you originally were buying a console, you were buying the license, you know, for its operation, and then from there you were acquiring the software. You know, now that doesn't even exist. You know, now the systems are literally just services. That's it.
I get they don't want this stuff to be like extremely accessible. I get that argument. You don't want it to be a little too easy to do this stuff, to like just pull up an infinite list of games that you just play infinitely. Well, like I get it from like a big like a PlayStation or Nintendo kind of sense. Yeah. I get that part, but the other part is the other part of that is like people that want to just play your old game. Like let's say you release Resident Evil 9. I want to play the first one. I want to play the second one. I want to play the third one. I gotta spend hundreds of dollars, or like buy your port that doesn't work, or that doesn't even exist.
That's like, another issue.
How do I, as a fan, get into your franchise? I can't.
This eBay price gouging is what completely messed up a lot of things. You go on eBay now and try to buy an original PlayStation game, it's gonna cost you about $50 to $60. You know.
My PS2 don't work too good anymore.
Yeah, like I have to pay $300 for an original copy of Project Justice on the Dreamcast. You know, like come on, what the fuck is going on here? You know, in order for me to play Suikoden 2, I gotta cough up $600 because it's an original black print. You know, like come on, like what's going on here? Well, like I understand the games were made in limited copies, but some of these prices are very outrageous. You know, like look. I mean, like, look at some of the most expensive games now. Like, it's Jesus Christ. Like,
you even see this sometimes in like the movie space when they like re-release a movie. There's like edited scenes and stuff. Like they remove scenes and like change audio and like they do like a bunch of weird stuff with these like re-released movies too. So it's like you kind of want to retain media. You kind of want to have like it's like going to a museum and like seeing like a piece of art. Like nobody like touched up that piece of art, like you know sometimes it's an exact replica and you know stuff like that, but you know you can enjoy that piece of art, you can enjoy that piece of media. It's like now everything we're getting is like, oh yeah, you like that thing, but actually we censored this part of the thing because it's problematic in our current view of the world.
No. like right now, I'm looking at some of these prices of some of these valuable games, and it's just like they want you to pay what $800 for Rule of Rose. That wasn't even a good game, But I got to pay $800 to play an original copy of it. Blood Will Tell, $480. Really? Like, come on. Xenosaga Saga 3, $225 to $400. Like, really? That's how much I got to pay?
They got rid of WWE 2K. These motherfuckers. I'm just reading this list. My autism is growing. Oh, I don't see Ridge Racer. Is Ridge Racer safe? Ridge Racer's safe. Thank God.
Ridge Racer safe.
Put on some Ridge Racer music as we do our outro. Any last words for the fine folks?
I mean, listen, guys, like the more you keep spreading this information, the more we're going to end up losing things, They're already trying to control the information. They want to control how you think, how you speak, how you do things. They want everybody to do everything backwards.
Where you put your knees.
Where you put your knees, Jesus Christ, you can't even, there's no real creative freedom here, you're being antagonized for every action that you make. It's terrible out here, you gotta.
All right, enough with the black pilling. Do we have any good news to leave the people with? I don't think we said one good thing. I think Arcane looked cool. Arcane, go watch that.
Go watch 2XKO, the cartoon, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, man. I guess that's it, guys. I just what a terrible week. Ooh.
Apparently there was a Monster Hunter demo that was released. I guess Maximilian Dude has access to it, so there might be some other videos you guys can watch regarding this demo information. If you guys want more information on Monster Hunter Wilds, yeah. Anything else? Did we miss anything?
No, man. I think that's it, man.
Here's the white pill. Life is good. Everything's awesome. It's all smiles here. Have a good night, everybody. Oh,
Where's my punk? Where's my punk?
Yeah, we need our outros. If we don't have that, fans are gonna roast us, man. Where is it?
Learn some footsies, motherfucker! Fuck out of here! That random shit, bro!
That random shit. Get out of here. Learn how to block. Learn how to parry. If you gotta learn your hitboxes, do that.
Learn how to roll cancel.
Roll cancel. That's a good mechanic. People forgot about that.
That's an awful
very
mechanic.
good mechanic. It's a good mechanic.
That makes that game horrible. or awesome. I don't know. It's either
awesome.
one. It's either awesome or terrible. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.